for November 1989. This is to record what it looked like before it was repaired, so that in case I need to figure out how it really was, I'll have a record. This is the passenger seat cushion from the top, cushion for the bottom. Things to notice is how the cushion is made of wood with a little metal section in the middle. That the wood has openings in the bottom and is covered by burlap. You see how on this part the burlap goes inside the wood towards the outside, and is on the outside of the wood towards the inside here. And underneath here, except for the burlap. Notice that on the other side here, burlap is on the outside. Just to get an overall picture of how deep the leather is on here. Now this one's shrunken over the years, so probably the new one will be quite a bit higher. But not too much higher. Notice how low it is there. Okay, now I've taken off the black strip around the edge of this side of the cushion and showing you the detail of the tacking there. See that the next section where there's a step wraps around the little triangle and gets tacked into the wood right at the top there. That one had been removed, and this one here is still intact. And the rest of the seat is still has not been. I removed the burlap from the other section. See that underneath the burlap here we've got a piece of ticking that was tacked down, and then tacked down like that, and then it was folded over like this for some reason to hold these little rubber diaphragm pieces in place. Upon investigation, this piece of burlap actually folds on and is the piece of burlap that's attached to the leather behind. Now we can see on the new piece, this old one was striped and the new one is just plain white. But it's pulled through here, tacked on the end, and just kind of folded over underneath the burlap. The tack's removed on the leather here. You see there are two little strips that come around here. They seem to be coming through from the back. Maybe it's a continuation of that same fabric before, but they just wrap around and tack in. Right there. Right there. Let's see, any better. Yeah, that's what they look like. Over here. Anything else of interest? Just sort of tacked around there. Seem to be thicker tacks and heavier reinforcement at the places where the little cords come in. Looking at the rubber grommets, it appears that the last grommet is a little bit more loosely, the last diaphragm is a little more loosely sprung than the others. Difference isn't very great though. This is after taking the leather off of the frame here to show the construction of this rear part of the cushion. There's a little flap of cloth here that's been glued between the two different pieces of rubber that are built up to make the side edges here. I know that the new kit part has this piece of cloth in it, and it's got to be somehow worked in to fit like this. Okay, this is after pulling off the front part of the cushion, and this is to show that the cushion was glued onto the wood frame around the edge, and also it was glued onto the leather cover right at the back there, as you can see. The cushion folded back around the little metal frame here. And looking over here, we can see the construction of the inside. There's that striped piece of cloth coming down from the cover that's split right there. And one part goes through the center of the seat, and the other part is gathered together and tacked around the side to pull it down. Okay, there's the frame with all the foam removed. You can see that the straps are fastened on there. I think I'm just going to leave those as they are. Notice also that the foam on this section is also glued down to the wood. Everything seems to be in good shape. There's a little bit of a twist in the back here. Let's see if I can capture that. It sort of twists up somewhat. It's supposed to be in perfectly flat, probably from years of being on the floor, but I don't think it's a big problem. I'm going to go ahead and put it back together just that way, on the theory that it's fitted now to the rest of the frame.